Our second student athlete is Ameen Behbahani, senior football player. If you don't know who he is, you've been missing out on one of the great personalities that Houston student athletes has to offer. Ameen exemplifies what a true Houston Cougar is and what should all strive to become. The senior began his career as a Houston football player as a walk-on the defensive line. Not only did he earn a scholarship for his senior season, but he will also earn his bachelor's degree in kinesiology and exercise science in May. He was a large part of the voice and driving force to help pass the student vote referendum to build the new football stadium. He's the current vice president and student advisory committee and has been a great ambassador not only for Houston football, but for his fellow student athletes and for the University of Houston as a whole. Folks, Ameen Behbahani.
So, I was never one to give speeches. I'm not a fan of speeches. So I made a PowerPoint presentation for you. Now, this is an engaging conversation, very similar to those that our professors give. So I'm going to need you to be involved. Don't be afraid to speak up. We are a family. So I'm going to need 2 volunteers. Moira already knows she's supposed to be up here. Zach Mcmillan is going to be my other volunteer. Give them a round of applause, please. Thank you. So let's get on with it. Okay. This was one of our chapels that Mikado presented to us against Marshall. It was one of my favorite chapels that he'd ever given me, and I'm going to present a portion of it for you. You choose who you are every day that you wake up. Every morning you wake up, and every moment that you have in your life, you choose what you're going to do. You decide if you're going to be a quitter, a sitter, or a hitter. Now, a quitter is someone who, in the face of adversity, gives up. They can't handle it. They're absent and unable to perform, if you will. And when we were younger, we were always told, winners never quit and quitters never win. And this is the least like a University of Houston Cougar. Now, what is an attribute or a characteristic that you guys, anyone can answer, of a quitter? David, what is an attribute of a quitter, you think? David said lazy and someone who doesn't accomplish anything. This is an engaging conversation, so I'm going to need someone else to answer. Someone who doesn't care. Thank you, Selena. I would say an attribute of a quitter is someone who's absent, someone who is unable to perform, they're a cancer to the team more times than not, undisciplined, they're not wanted. Hence the reason why this chair here is empty. This is a quitter. They're not involved. Now, that moves us to a sitter. A sitter is someone very similar to a babysitter. A sitter is someone who is just hanging out, just watching life pass by. They don't take anything from the team, but they don't really give much back either. Now, what is a characteristic of a sitter? Anyone? What's that? No commitment, okay. Anybody else? Lukewarm. Apathetic, okay. Uninterested. Someone who would probably be slouching back in their seat. Mario, slouch back for me, please. Dejected, defeated, someone who isn't wanting to be where they are, but they're just hanging out. Now, Coach Levine always says, commitment breeds excellence, and also another thing is you need to know that there's a lot of people that are just sitters. They accept the fact that they're going to be a second string guy, or they're not going to win their race, so they're just like, okay, I'm going to be third place, I'm just going to do my own thing. Now, that's not what we are as Cougars once again. Which brings us to our last person, photo montage, Zach Mcmillan. Hence the reason Zach's sitting in the hitter's chair. someone who is a game changer. A.D. Rhodes always says game changer. That's one thing that we hang our hat on. We want to change what we want to do. And a game changer is someone who is, for better or for worse, someone who, when the going gets tough, they're going to make something happen. When the vibes of somebody or of the team is down, or they can be put into the game and they're going to change who they become, and then they're going to change the team. It's like a spark. So what would you say, or a characteristic or an attribute a hitter would be? Anybody? Accountable. Charismatic. Dedicated. One more. Impact. I heard a lot, so that's great. Thank you. So Zach's going to sit on the edge of his seat like he's ready to go in. He's somebody that is willing to be put in the game and change the outcome of the game, and they're a game changer. They're somebody who, they're a force to be reckoned with. So that's a hitter, a sitter, and a quitter. Guys, thank our volunteers, please. Give them a round of applause. Now I'm going to give you my my little backstory on how I was one of each one of these things. We're going to go back into history in around 2008, 2009. I was playing at West Senior High. I was, had all these accolades, and I thought it was hot stuff. And I was given a scholarship here and along with other places, and all I had was, I had I want to say 15 offers, including D1 AA and stuff. So I waited and I said, I'm not going to go anywhere. I'm not going to commit until I take an official visit. And I lost all but 3 scholarships going into the second semester of my senior year. And all I had left was West Point, the Naval Academy, and the Air Force Academy. And I didn't want to do any of those. I like to talk a lot, and I don't really care to be yelled at a lot, so I came here. I was given an opportunity to come and be a walk-on here, and I was told I could earn a scholarship sooner in my career. And I came here and I was a walk-on, I was I have something to prove, so I was doing really well. And then my freshman year, with 6 games left of the season, I got hurt. I rolled my ankle, and then I got sick, and I was hospitalized, and I had strep in my leg. You can get it, don't worry. It's a weird story. And I had to be hospitalized. So I missed 4 games, and I thought to myself, this isn't for me. I'm already a walk-on. I'm already hurt. I'm not traveling with the team. I missed 4 games, so I don't want to be here anymore, and I decided that I should quit. So I went to go talk to my parents and say, what should I do? Do I need to come home? And my dad said, you're not going to do that. That's not what we do. And the name on the back of your jersey means that you're not a quitter. So I was like, yeah, you're right, Dad. I'm not going to quit. I'll stay on the team. And I just became complacent. And I just watched the years roll by. And I became a sitter. And I sat back and realized, I'm not going to get a scholarship. I've been told no a couple of times, so whatever. I travel to games. That's cool. I get per diem. Sweet. But I wasn't going to get a scholarship. Then I want to say 2 years ago, a lot of my friends who are in this room right now, 2 years ago, all my friends and my girlfriend were invited to the thing called Corbin J. Robertson dinner. And I was left at home by myself. And I was just upset. I couldn't handle it. I was mad. I was envious. I wanted to be in these chairs with everybody else. And I said, this is not what's going to happen to me. I'm going to earn my scholarship. And so, excuse me. Coach Levine gave me a scholarship, and I earned mine, and I thought I could become a hitter. And the way I became a hitter was not by being a starter on a football field or changing the outcome of a game, but really I was a hitter because I became the vice president of SAC. I decided to changed the way that people thought of the University of Houston and the negative stigma around us. And I didn't want people to think that we were dumb jocks. So I ended up doing a lot in the community because I thought that's a cool thing to do, and we need to change the world around us. And I won the Spirit of Service Award. You're more than welcome to clap for me. I won the Spirit of Service Award, which was really cool, and it's given to somebody who is really involved in the community. And now that I'm a hitter, I'd like to give you guidelines and rules on how to be a hitter. Rule number 1, love your family. This is our family. I love everybody here. I wouldn't be where I am without you guys, especially my own family, like the Behbahanis, but you guys too. Have Cougar pride. I couldn't tell you how much it bothers me not knowing that there's so many like students that don't care to go to games, basketball games, softball games, just swimming and diving. I know they have a hard time having people there. Rule number 3, hate all Aggies, Longhorns, and especially Owls. Yeah. And that goes to Jeremiah. Even though you work for us, we hate you. Never give up. That's not in my moral fibers. It's not. I'm sure it's not in any of you guys to give up. And number 5, find a way and will yourself to be the best. No matter what you're doing, whether you're being an athletic trainer or a student athlete or an engineer or a banker, will yourself to be the best. Be successful in everything that you do. Just everything you touch must turn into gold kind of rule. And lastly is be the change you wish to see in the world, which is one of my favorite quotes given by Gandhi. Yeah. Which brings me to say that if it wasn't for the people that are sitting in this room, I wouldn't be where I am, whether it's being put on scholarship for 1 year or 5, like a bunch of my friends. You guys have given us an opportunity to change the name on the back of our jersey, but also change the name on the front. And you made us very happy, obviously me, as you can see, to be here. And ultimately, whether we were on scholarship or not, we can't thank you enough for everything that you've done. So from the bottom of my heart, as a small voice for all these amazing student athletes, thank you so much. God bless all of you, and go Cougs.